It was an endless drag that the contingents with the young dead were subjected to in the first months. It was like a kind of adaptation. The big tapestry was hanging on some long reeds several stories high, so high that you couldn't see below. Over them the crawling was of that kind that you resembled a bat at night. You had to slide over them with some serpentine movement, holding on tightly with imaginary arms. Despite the great height, the anxiety of falling did not have any phobic feeling. Although it left an unpleasant impression, it was paradoxically that of staying in place. They believed that this phenomenon had attracted Einstein's attention for the first few months. Carpets, carpets and endless carpets again. The heavy smell of sweat broke his nose, and this was not an illusion at all. For a moment you felt like you were in one of those hot plantations of South America, stripped naked of any human personality. They felt an almost electric sting in their souls so strongly that they felt shocked. But in the end this was a good thing, because it clearly showed that our soul still radiated portions. Lives borrowed from the surface of the Mother Earth. There was no time for this. I had a kind of blind conviction. Even if you saw it closely, I was convinced that those carpets did not exist either. Carpets without sides and bottoms that had to be crossed like a Vietnamese catwalk bridge. But below, instead of the imaginary river, was a very misty space. Mysterious like those cosmic black holes that I had read about somewhere. I thought that my best idea was to take my mind off that grueling training and take it somewhere else. Maybe it was an initiative with a lot of fantasy imposed by the surface of the earth to see how far the limits of the human spirit go. Maybe it was also a validation of the New World Order in hell, and if it gave results in hell it could be implemented there as well up in the Mother Earth, or maybe it was tried first and in the Western paradise that seemed a bit like that. If anything could happen, we were in the Eastern hell where the laws were better harmonized with organized crime. It didn't take long and I found myself surrounded by a labyrinth of old Russian-style multi-story buildings. And everywhere I looked, I couldn't find the exit. The buildings blocked each other's entrances in a way that took my breath away with their automation. They looked as if they had saved them from a nuclear apocalypse. There was no human foot to be seen. What can I say? Not a single human soul was visible.